CEO Jack and Tien discover the secret behind Tien's father's true identity. Both are facing lurking danger through old secretly archived documents and a recording set by an anonymous source. They were shocked to learn that the man, who claimed to be Tien's father, was not actually related to her by blood. The truth was even more cruel, when he was planted many years ago by some hidden force. But the purpose of monitoring and controlling Tien, and even Jack later when he gradually rose to the pinnacle of power and the financial world, the deeper they investigate, the more they discover the shady connections between Tien's father and the characters who have caused trouble for Jack's company. Encrypted data, secret midnight meetings, and unidentified money transfers paint a terrifying picture of a professional surveillance network that has been operating silently for years. Jack and Tien now not only face the heartbreaking truth, but also have to be careful of the danger of being framed. The mastermind is watching their every move, and it won't be easy for them to escape this dangerous siege. The secret is revealed: who is behind it. Jack asked Luan, as close friend and cybersecurity expert, to help him trace the anonymous transactions. After many sleepless nights, the one finally tracked down the IP of an account that had transferred money to Tien's father. Surprisingly, this account was linked to Mr. Dang Thiep, a powerful figure in the financial industry, who used to be a fierce competitor of Jack's biological father. Mr. Thiep had a deep grudge against Jack's father due to a failed acquisition deal many years ago. It was thought that everything was over, but it turned out that he was still secretly building an underground network and placing people next to Tien was just part of the plan to complete the control Jack's company. Tien's mother's reaction to truth broke her heart when she learned that her husband was not Tien's biological father. Her mother, Mrs. Ha, almost collapsed. She could not believe that the man she had lived with for so many years was the one hired to monitor and manipulate her daughter. She recalled many strange details from the past: his secret phone calls, his sudden trips that she had overlooked because she trusted him. However, after overcoming the shock, Mrs. Ha quickly sided with her daughter. She quietly went to see him, confronted him directly, and questioned him about everything. That conversation was recorded, but Jack has evidence, including the part where he accidentally mentioned the last mission that Mr. Thiep assigned. Jack's plan protects Zion and counterattack, knowing they relying on feelings alone was not enough to protect his wife. Jack immediately took Zion out of the main villa and moved to a temporary residence with strict security. He also hired a personal bodyguard for his mother-in-law and ordered a blockade of all internal company information. At the same time, Jack secretly plans to launch a fake project, an attractive bait to lure Mr. Thiep into action. With the help of his lawyer and loyal partners, he plans to gather enough evidence to expose this entire spy network to the public and the law. The counterattack begins. After arranging a safe haven for Tien and his mother-in-law, Jack secretly held an urgent meeting with his closest team, including lawyer Lu and technical director Dai. In the closed room, Jack outlined the 3 steps of the counterattack plan: fake project and attractive financial investment project. Hall Pinnacle X was announced internally, leaked accidentally to an undercover agent. Jack had a tracking code embedded in the document, making it easy to identify who accessed and sent the data. Financial Trap 1 set up a fake accounting system that showed the company was transferring capital to an investment fund, linked Mr. Thief's own group. A perfect trap for Mr. Thief to think he had a chance to seize Tien. Between the storm and trust, even though she was in a safe place, Tien still felt uneasy. She felt guilty for living next to a traitor without knowing it. She also feared that Jack would be in danger when confronting an underground force. Like Mr. Thief, Jack placed his hand on her cheek, his eyes determined. "But if I don't do this, more people will get hurt, including you. I can't let that happen. The end is coming, or is darkness about to swallow you?" A week later, Pinnacle X was released. As expected, the documents were leaked and transmitted to the exact IP address that Luan had set up. It was none other than the man who used to live with Tien's mother. Now on the run, Jack immediately released evidence. The press reported it. Mr. Thief summoned him, but the night chase. Immediately after receiving the threatening email, Jack did not call the police. He knew that if Mr. Thief dared to take action, all official actions would be ineffective. Jack signaled to Luan. Luan nodded quietly, opened the satellite map, and located the last cork, carrying Tien's father out of the city. At the same time, Dai, the company's technician, was scanning the phone's signal from the device Jack had secretly attached to Tien's bracelet. The signal was very weak, but still there. Moving towards the outskirts, the bamboo forest near the abandoned resort. Jack immediately set out with his own special task force that he had secretly hired in advance. All former officers who owed his father a favor. Tien kidnapped, but not broken. Inside the abandoned house, Tien's hands were tied, but her eyes were still bright. She didn't cry, didn't scream, just observed. The man who always called her father now revealed his true colors. Cold eyes, hands that didn't shake when holding the gun. The man smeared, "I am the shadow hired to live by your side, to follow you, and to gore the daughter who could make Mr. Thief lose everything. Your biological father died because he refused to hand you over to him. Your mother was forced to accept me to save her life." Jack confronts the traitor. At 3 a.m., Jack and his team raided amidst the howling wind and flashing lights. Gunshots rang out. Jack rushed into the last room. He saw Tien being held by the fake father, with a gun pointed at his head. A bullet from behind pierced the imposter's hand, fired by Tien's mother. She had sneaked out of the shelter, following Jack with the tracking device he left behind. The last meeting and the truth revealed. A few days later at Tien's mother's house, she pulled out an old letter. The letter was from a man, Tien's real biological father, written before he was murdered. The trial and the truth in the light. Just 1 week after the rescue, Jack filed a lawsuit against Mr. Feed in an international court for murder, kidnapping, concealment of identity, and transnational financial manipulation. The case shocked the media. Jack is not only a talented young CEO, but now he is also the one who exposed the sinister tycoon, who has manipulated many generations of economic leaders. The first trial took place in a closed room with Jack's lawyer, Tien and her mother present. Mr. Thief walked in. His eye is still arrogant, but hidden inside was worry. And finally, a video clip recorded Mr. Thief mentioning the plan to bury Jack if he dares to touch that daughter. "But you forgot one thing: I don't need to win in court. I just need justice out there. And I've sent all the data to the press, the government, and the global anti-money laundering organization. Your game is over." Retaliation strategy, economic counterattack. While Mr. T was detained for investigation, Jack held a press conference to announce the establishment of the Lightburn Foundation, named after Tien's real father. The man who sacrificed himself for justice to Tien became a co-founder. She stood in front of the camera and boldly declared, "I didn't choose where I was born, but I chose how I lived. And I chose to stand next to Jack not because of the title of CEO, but because he dared to fight for the truth." A peaceful afternoon after the storm, in a small villa outside the city, Jack was cooking dinner. Tien walked into the kitchen and gently hugged him from behind. Jack turned around, looking deep into her eyes. "I don't promise to be strong forever, but I promise if there are times when you tremble, I will be the strongest shoulder for you to lean on."